Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A very, very, very warm welcome to this most wonderful presentation on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, Australia welcomes all the wonderful devotees, friends, guests, life members, other listeners, and devotees listening online, and all the devotees in future going to listen. A warm, heartfelt welcome. Please accept the blessings of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Ji and mercy of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It is said that when the people of this world, it is said that when the people of this world, they select us in the as in the parliament, we get a place, which is a big thing. When the people of this world, when they select us in parliament, we get a place. When Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, selects us, then in the spiritual gathering, we get a place. So those who love Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, can never refuse such spiritual gathering. Those who love Prabhupada, they can never refuse spiritual gathering and spiritual discourse. Srimad Bhagavad Gita means beautiful song of God. Srimad means beautiful, Bhagavad means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Gita means song. The most beautiful song coming from the heart of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I would say Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a song of love coming from the heart of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to all the living entities, saying, I love you all. Please, please, please come back to me. Be happy, be blissful, be, be happy, please be blissful, and please be joyful and wonderful. Why are you away from me? And in a miserable, horrible, in a useless, hopeless, and a worthless place. Come back, come back. So, in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we see that Dhritarashtra is disturbed, Duryodhana is disturbed. What to speak? Even Arjun is disturbed. Why? Because they have a plan, and that plan is different from Krishna's plan. We find Sanjay is not disturbed. We find Bhishma Pitama is not disturbed because they are in tune with Krishna's plan. Arjuna is thinking he is Pandava and Duryodhana is Kaurava. Krishna is saying, wait, wait, wait. In the second chapter, he is telling Arjuna, you are not Pandava. And Duryodhana is not Kaurava. Arjuna, you are Atma, the soul. And 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 Bhishma Pitama and Duryodhana, he is also soul. This is the real thing. When we understand the plan of the Lord, we understand our identity that I am not this body, I am soul. Arjuna is saying, Kaurava is my enemy. Krishna is saying, come today. In the third chapter, I will tell you who is our real enemy. And this chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called Karma Yoga. It's really amazing, out of the world, and it's really full of nectar, divine spirituality, and it's very beneficial for us. It's very auspicious for us. It is very valuable for us. So we begin this chapter with an introduction. A lady with her son came to a great leader called Gandhi, Mohan Chand, Karamchand Gandhi, a great leader in in uh, in India and also known all over the world. He is saying Karamchand, Mohanchand Gandhi. He is known for his renunciation also. He asked, uh, the lady asked, My dear sir, please help me. My son, my son is eating a lot of sweets. He has got a lot of problem in his teeth and his health is also going down. Please tell him something. Please tell him, instruct him. Mohanchand Karamchand Gandhi, the world famous leader, said, my dear mother, please come after 1 week. After a week, he said, my dear boy, don't eat sweets. Now you can go home. What? Sir, Karamchand, Mohanchand Gandhi, you could have said that last week. It would have saved money, time, anxiety, and energy. Mohanchand Karamchand Gandhi said, my dear mother, I was about to say the same thing, but I realized if I say it, it will not have an impact. Why? Because I was also eating sweets. And if I tell him to stop eating sweets, it will not make any impact. I practiced not taking sweets for a whole week. Now I'm walking my talk. It will have an impact. What is Mohanchand Karamchand Gandhi saying? We should have, we should, we should, we should, yad yad acharati shreshtas. We should be a role model, and a real model becomes an inspiration to bring the transformation. My dear mother, only information will not have an impact. So I bought a transformation. I gave the information with transformation, and with this boy will have a transformation. So really, the boy after a few days stopped, and it had an impact. The point is, we people in this world will listen to us, follow us. They will not, they will not do what we say. They will do what we do. Mohanchand Karamchand Gandhi said, my dear mother, if I tell him don't eat sweets, and if I eat sweets, he will tell his younger brother, uh, eating sweets, don't eat sweets. It's not good for you. And will this is what Mohanchand Karamchand Gandhi said, and he will be popping some sweets. So I have to walk my talk. So this is what is needed today. There is information, but there is no inspiration to bring the wonderful transformation. For better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, the session will be taken in the following manner. Phase 1, we find Arjuna still is got a confusion. Arjuna is told what is the plan of the Lord, but still he's got. Krishna is saying, Arjuna, in phase 2, 3 to 9, that Arjuna, you will get divine knowledge. You will get divine knowledge when you follow uh, the instructions given by the spiritual master. And in phase 3, we will say that what if one is not able to follow the instructions of the spiritual master, how he can gradually upgrade himself. And in phase 4, how a devotee can, who is following the instruction of the spiritual master, can set up a good example and be the inspiration to bring the transformation. And why we know what is good, what is wrong, what is good, what is wrong, what is correct, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, but still we are forced to do what is bad, or what is not correct, what is wrong. And we'll see the reason, and we'll see the real enemy, and we'll have a conclusion, and we'll have a question of the session. So let us dive into the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita right away. Arjuna is saying, oh, Krishna, what I want is divine knowledge. And Krishna in the second chapter says, this divine knowledge is available to you by taking sannyas, that is renunciation. And this divine knowledge you can get just by following the order of the spiritual master. And here Arjuna is feeling, wow, I will go to the forest and meditate, and I will get the divine knowledge. Why should I follow the instruction of my spiritual master, kill my uncle, my grandfather, Bhishma, and my teacher, Dronacharya? I can avoid that. And so let me do that. So Arjuna still is not understanding the point. The point is Arjuna, the plan which Krishna has got for Arjuna is that he should fight. But Arjuna is trying to avoid the fight. It is Krishna's plan that Arjuna should kill Bhishma Pitama. It's Krishna's plan that Arjuna should kill Dronacharya because if Arjuna kills them, they will get a higher spiritual destination. When a devotee walks, many insects die. When a non-devotee walks, many insects die. But when a devotee walks, the insects die, and they, because the devotee is thinking about Krishna, the insect will get a spiritual body. Similarly, if Arjuna kills Bhishma and Dronacharya, though they are devotee, but because of Arjuna's special devotional touch, they will get a very superior devotional destination. And that is what Krishna wants uh, to Krishna wants from Arjuna, and that nobody else can give that superb destination to Bhishma and Dronacharya. It may look crude and it may look cruel, but it is, it is, it is, it is actually a cause of joy for Bhishma and Dronacharya, because they are going to get a very wonderful destination. As it is, they are going to die, and if they die, if Arjuna does not kill them, then they will get a poor destination. So Krishna is thinking the best, and Arjuna is trying to out of bodily attachment, saying, "No, I cannot." So he's saying, "How can I avoid this fight?" So Arjuna is saying, "If I can get devotional, if I can get the divine knowledge by taking renunciation, path of renunciation, I will do that. I can avoid killing my uncle and my teacher." But that is not the plan of the Lord. Okay, so there are two ways. Arjuna vacha jayashi cheta karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatkim gorani tatkim karmani gore ma Niyojasi Keshava. Oh Keshava, oh Krishna, you're Keshava, you're killer of the demon called Keshi. You are not a killer of grandfather and teachers. Oh Janardhan, you are the maintainer of people. You are not the destroyer of people. Why are you making a destroyer? Why are you why do you want me to engage in this ghastly warfare? If you think that by taking the path of renunciation, going to the forest, one can get that divine knowledge. Why are you engaging me in that ghastly warfare activity? Oh Krishna, you are your words are confusing me. What I want is divine knowledge. And I understand that by taking sannyas or being a renunciant, I can it will be good for me. I can get that divine knowledge. But Krishna has got a different plan. Vyamish rena eva vakin vak ena buddhi mohaya Shivam etad ekam vada nishchitta ena shreyo aham apnuya. O Krishna, at one in, at you are telling me to fight. At the same time, you are telling that you can get this divine knowledge by being peacefully alone in the forest. So if that divine knowledge is available by not fighting. Why are you trying to engage me in this ghastly warfare? My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. Oh Krishna, please tell me decisively what is the thing which I should do. Please, yena shreyoham apnuyam. Please tell me the thing. Krishna is telling Arjuna that yes, one can go to the forest alone and be a renunciant, but but to become a renunciant, one should be peace, one should be pure in the heart, one should have no material thoughts. Arjuna, for you, you have some material thoughts. What is good for you is to gradually upgrade your consciousness, be pure, and to upgrade consciousness, just you follow the instructions of the spiritual master, serve the spiritual master. By doing that, you get the blessings of the spiritual master, and with this, the mind becomes purer and purer and purer. Yes, Sri Bhagwan Vacha. Sri Bhagwan Vacha. Vyasa Muni. Sri means beautiful, and Bhagwan means most important person. Vacha means speaks. That means a most important, beautiful person is speaking and is saying something which is important and beautiful for us. That means Vyasa Muni is indicating now we should stop doing whatever we are doing and we should pay full attention and listen carefully to what the Lord is saying, because something important and beautiful is going to be spoken. Forget about listening carefully the whole sentence, every word. Forget every word, every letter is important and beautiful. So pay full one pointed attention. That is the intention by saying Sri Bhagwan Vacha. Loke asmin vidanishta pura prokta maya anaga jnana yogena sankyayam Karma yogena yoginam. Oh, Arjuna, there are two ways to get the divine knowledge. One is take, be a renunciant, be peaceful in the forest, but that is available for one who is mind is completely pure, no lust, no anger, and no greed. And karma yogena, one may be lusty, one may be angry, one may be full of envy, but by serving the spiritual master and the saintly personalities, gradually the blessings, they will become upgrade their consciousness, and one day definitely they will become as good as a pure hearted sannyasi. And for you, Arjuna, at present, the path of going to forest will be not go. If you go to the forest with an impure heart, and after 2 days you say, "I want to see my children, I want to see some movie," then it's very bad. People will laugh at you. See, he has come back. So better would be be safe than sorry. Take the path of. So do what I say. Uh, Distribute books, read Prabhupada books, uh, uh, tell people to join Krishna consciousness. So in this way, that one day definitely being a sannyasi is like PhD. There are two ways to get PhD. One may do wonderful service for the nation, and the nation will say you get a doctorate. That is one way, but that is very rare, Arjuna. But that's another way. You are in KG class, but you pass the first standard, the fifth standard, the 10th standard, the 12th standard, the 15th chapter, the standard, the 17th standard post graduation, and come to the 20th standard, and you get PhD, and that is safe. Better safe than be sorry. So please take this path. Start somewhere. Do what the spiritual master says. Na karma nam na arambam nashkarmyam purusha asnute na cha sanyasanad eva siddhim samadhi gacchati. Oh Krishna, just running to the forest. Oh Arjuna, just running to the forest and abstaining from work. It will one one cannot be free from reactions without a pure heart. If you go take to the path of renunciation, it is not that just by changing the dress from white to saffron and going to the forest the mind will become pure. So that path is not for you. Nahi kaschit sanam api jatu tistati akarmakrit karyetahi avasa karma sarva prakriti jay gunan. You will be forced to work helplessly. Your mind will say, now I want to eat something, I want to drink coffee, I want to drink uh, tea. Your mind will say, I want to meet my wife, I want to meet my children. And if you think that by changing dress and going to the forest, one can refrain from work, no, one cannot refrain from work for even for a moment, unless and until one is pure in this heart. So rather work and work as per the instructions of the spiritual master. Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaram indriya artan vimud atma mityachara sa uchate. And the senses will force you to work. And with a lusty mind and a greedy mind, if you are in the forest, your mind will trick you and take you and do things which is not to be done. And people will say, you are a mrityachari, you are a pretender. Like Ravana, he changed the dress, but he was running behind, he was running behind Sita. And this Indra, he changed his dress. He acted like a sadhu, but he was running behind money and power. So, so you will bring bad name to the society of sadhu, and you will be called as Mityachari. Rather, be like be like King King Devyani's husband, who was a great. He is a great king, but he fell in love with Devyani, daughter of Shukracharya, and he uh, married another lady and was so lusty that um, he was given a curse by his father-in-law, Shukracharya, that he will become old. And he had four sons. He exchanged his old age with the fourth son. And for many years, again, he enjoyed his wife, but he was attending Mangal Arati. He was serving the Vaishnavas. Gradually, after many years, uh, he gradually, uh, his consciousness became pure and pure and pure. And one day, he and his wife together gave up all the palatial, luxurious, sense gratificatory activities and became great Vaishnava, Paramahansa. We are talking about which king? King, King. um I'm just not getting his name is there in the ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. No, ninth canto Srimad Bhagavatam. He is Devyani's husband. Shukracharya's daughter. He exchanges his youth with son Puru. King is a very illustrious personality, and he was very lusty, but he did not uh, gradually, but he was following the instructions, getting the blessings, and he becomes a very great saint. So Krishna is recommending the same path for Arjuna.
Is King
Yes,
Yayati?
Yayati Maharaj. Yeah, thank you, thank you, Atmaram Prabhu. Yayati Maharaj, Yayati Maharaj. So this is a safe path rather than like going to the forest and uh, like uh, like Vishwamitra went to the forest and then there was a twinkle of ankle bell and he saw there's a beautiful salacious girl and again he gave up that because his mind was not pure. So Krishna is saying don't run to the forest, go go take these small steps. That will help you a lot. Yastav indriyani manasa niyan Aryabhate Arjuna Karmendriya Karma Yogam Asakta Sa Vishishyate. On the other hand, Yayati Maharaj, like a sincere person, he was coming for Mangalarti, but he was coming Mangalarti late. And sometimes he was chanting uh, 16 rounds, but not in the morning, but by evening he was finishing it. And Ekadashi also he was eating, but nice prasadam, which is Ekadashi Prasadam, but he was serving the Vaishnavas, and sometimes he missed also in Milati. But gradually, by serving the Vaishnavas and following instruction, he became a great super Mahatma. Niyatam kuru karma tam karma jayo hi akarmana sharira yatra pichate na prasiddhe akarmana. So perform your prescribed duty as a family man. Be with your family. Get up early in the morning. Come for Mangalati. It's better than running to the forest and not doing any work. Yeah, sannyas is there. That is for pure-hearted people. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. The mind should be pure. But Krishna, the living entity are bound by activity. And why are you engaging me in activity? Why are you asking me to work, Krishna? A very important question is asked by Arjuna. And Krishna gives a very important one. Yes, work is not the reason for bondage. It is the uh, uh, attachment to the result of the work, asakti. That is the cause of um, bondage. Yajna artat karmano anyatra lokayam karma bandhana tad artam karma kauntaya mukta sanga samachara. Oh, like like a soldier, he is ordered by the authority, fight, it's a war, and he kills many enemies. And by killing the enemy, he is getting an award. He is given an award, Paramveer Chakra. But when the same soldier goes to his village and he finds that somebody has been misbehaving with his son, he takes a pistol and shoots. Immediately, he is put behind the bar and there's a court martial. The activity is the same, that is killing with the bullets. But in one place he's getting an award, in other place he's getting bond. What is the reason? Because in the first place is doing it for the nation under the under the instructions of the authorities. So he is not getting punishment. Whereas when he went to the village, he did the same thing, but for it is just for his own uh, family sake. So that's why he was under the bondage. Similarly, we should work under the instructions of the spiritual master to please Krishna. Then we are free from all bondage. But if we work for our own self, that will be cause of bondage. Work is not shooting is not the cause of bondage. Shooting for the government or for the country for under the instructions of the authority, it brings glories, but shooting for our own sake is a cause of misery and punishment. Similarly, work for pleasing Krishna according to the instructions of the spiritual master is not a cause of bondage. Rather, it will relieve us from all the bondage. So so work to please Krishna. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for Krishna's satisfaction as told by the spiritual master. In that way, you will remain free from bondage. Oh Krishna, what if a person cannot please the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Suppose, suppose that there is a man who has done so much for the country. In India, we have there are personalities. We have a population of say 150 crore um, men, and uh, from there, there are three or four people. who the whole nation, the nation, he has done so much for our nation that the nation says that they give Paramvir Chakra and says that your we will the state will provide you accommodation. The state will provide you uh, electricity. The state will provide you uh, water. The state will provide you what you want, whatever you want. You need not do anything because you have done so much for the nation. So nation will do for you. Yeah, sometimes it happens. For some great personality, they have done such a wonderful thing, brought glories to the nation, like in Olympics or sports or science or something. That the nation is taking care of him. House is provided by the nation. Electricity provided by the gas is provided by the nation. Water is provided by the nation, and conveyance is provided by the nation. But not everybody is like them, so qualified that they can do something for the nation. But if they cannot do anything for the nation, they do work wherever they're working, and they give some money to the local government. So for those who are not able to please Krishna, the Supreme Person of Godhead, they can please the government below Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the demigods and etc etc. So people of this nation, they work and they pay tax. They pay tax for electricity. They pay tax to the nation. They work hard and give money for electricity, for gas, for water, etc etc. Does that happen here also? Yeah. So, but that happens. But there are people who, one or two, who have done so much for the nation. The nation says, so there is a difference. So if you are, we are not in that category, you work and give the money back to the government. And if we don't do that, obviously, then we are thief. Electricity will be cut. The gas line will be cut. The water line will be cut. So that's what is being told here. If one cannot do that kind of activity which will please Krishna, then work and do something for the sun god and the water god and etc etc etc. Saha yagya praja sritva puravacha prajapatihin anena prabha प्रसाविष्याद्वम् एषा वो अस्तो इष्ट कामतो. So if we are not able to please Krishna, then please the demigods. That system has been uh, bought in the beginning of the creation. Devan, when we please sun god, we get sunlight, we get rain, and etc etc. देवान् भावयातानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेया परस अवाप्स्यता. In this way, we work hard and we take care of family, friends, and then what we do, we give money to the government, and the government will give us electricity, will give us uh, water, will give us gas, will give us all the facilities. How Krishna, how does it function? How does a person's desire gets fulfilled? Like you know, he wants whatever he wants to do. He says that istan bhogan hi vo deva dasinta yagya bhavita tedatam appa daya bhyo yo bhunte stena evasa. And if a person is working and is getting money, but is not paying the tax to the government, to the electricity department, to the gas department, to the water department, then he will be called as a thief. And after some time, the electricity connection will be cut, the water connection will be cut, and the gas connection will be cut. So we should work, but we should work and try to please Krishna. For great personalities who are called the Mahatmas, even their breathing is an activity to please Krishna. Even their sleeping is their activity to please Krishna. Even their walking is pleasing to Krishna. Even their eating is pleasing to Krishna. But for a person who is not able to please Krishna, he has to work for himself and uh, try to uh, try to pay the tax. Yagya sister, sino santo, munchanti sarvakil bisham bhunchte agam papam, ye pachanti atmakaranat. The devotees of the Lord, they are so pure, and whatever they do, even their eating of food is so blissful that full of love that Krishna is pleased, and they are free from bondage. Whereas a person who is eating for his own sense gratification is only eating sin. For example, the devotees of the Lord, they offer food to Krishna with love, and Krishna takes all the karma from that food. And what we are going to eat is only karma free food, and we are freed from the bondage. Prabhupada said, my devotees will eat rasgullas and gulab jamuns and go back home back to Godhead. Whereas people are eating, even if they are eating vegetarian, they will get the karma of killing the plant, not killing the plant, uh, killing the plant and taking the fruit from the plant. So, so we should, for a person who is totally not into Krishna consciousness, uh, gradually try to upgrade his Krishna consciousness by following the instructions of the spiritual master. Because by and a person who is not able to please Krishna, at least he can please the demigods, work and pay the tax, and it will and thereby he will get his whatever his needs are. The demigods will give whatever facility they want. The government will give the electricity, the water, and gas line. And if not, it will be cut. So there is an interaction between the individual and the government. In the similarly, there is a superior government, the demigods. When we do yajna, then the demigods are happy. They will give us light and sunlight and rain. And from the rain, food comes. From food, we become strong. And in this way, we can uh, we can live a life and gradually upgrade our consciousness. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhava yajna bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhava. Every living entity in this world, they require food. So where does the food come? The food comes when there is rain. And when does the rain come? Rain comes when there is yajna. Oh, what is yajna? Sacrifice. Yajna is prescribed duties which is mentioned in the scriptures. What is yajna? Karma, Brahmodbhavam Vidhi, Brahma Akshara Samudbhavam, Tashmat Yatam Brahma, Nityam Yajna Pratishthitam. And the karma, the regulated activities are prescribed in the duty in the Vedas, and Vedas are the words of Krishna. Um, uh, Consequently, the all-pervading transcendence is eternally situated in act of sacrifice. So, when we do what is told in the scriptures, yajna happens, and when yajna happens, then rain comes. When rain comes, then food will come, and food comes, we can eat and we can be strong. To be strong, we have to do yajna. So, we will say what kind of yajna we can do. The best yajna is the simplest yajna, which is recommended by in the scriptures, and Prabhupada is propagating it. It's very simple and easy. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By doing that, we find rain comes in Hyderabad, in India. There was drought. Prabhupada came and with his disciples, morning 6 o'clock, he started chanting. The chanting went on till evening 6 o'clock. Dark clouds came, rain started. Similarly, after 10 years in Fiji Island, Tamal Krishna Maharaj went. There was drought. People were saying, what should we do? And Tamal Krishna Maharaj did the same thing. 6 o'clock, he started Sankirtan, and by 5:36, dark clouds came. The yajna was done. Rain started coming, and people were happy. So when we do our part of doing yajna, the rain, water god will give water, the light god, sun will give sunlight, and the wind god will give the fresh air. And similarly, we live a very uh, prosperous life. But at the same time, we should gradually upgrade our consciousness. Evam pravartitam chakram. This is a cycle. Evam pravartitam chakram. Nanu vartan. Nanu vartayatiha yaha. Agayur indriya ramo mogam partha sajivita. But but my dear Arjuna, one who does not follow in this human life this cycle of sacrifice, as said by the Vedas, he lives a life full of sin. Indriya Agayor means a life full of sin. Agayor, sin, Ayu. Aga means sin, Ayu means life. Agayor, life full of sin. He's just trying to, uh, uh, Indriya Ramu is trying to be sense gratifier, and is in illusion, and his life is a waste. As in human body, we should do sacrifice, and without sacrifice, we cannot be happy in our present life. Forget about being happy in the next life. So, Arjuna, you set an example because Arjuna was a man of Dwapar Yuga. He was so popular that whatever Arjuna would do, the whole world do. So Krishna is encouraging Arjuna that you be where you are, attend Mangal Aarti every day, chant 16 rounds, follow the four regulated precepts, do Tulsi Aarti, and people will follow you. Yastau Atmarati Eva Shad Atmatripta Samanava Atmani Eva Sa Santushta Tasya Karyam Na Vidyate. But for a person who does not care for upgrading his consciousness, but for a person who is not caring for upgrading his consciousness, his life is in vain. But a person who is careful, he wants to upgrade his consciousness, and he is practicing Krishna consciousness. His life is of self realization, and who is trying to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Gradually, for him, there is no duty because he is like a man who has done so much for the nation. The nation says that now you don't have to do anything, we will do for you. So that way, one has to please the Supreme Person of God. Naivatasya kritin artho na kirtaneha kaschana na chasya sarvabhuteshu kashit artha vyapa ashraya. For a person who has pleased the Supreme Person of Godhead, he has no duty to, he has nothing to do with to do with the local demigods. For example, a person who has done so much for the nation, he need not pay the electric bill. Rather, the government will pay the electric bill, etc., etc., etc. He has got no uh, uh, task to perform, nor he has any need to depend on any other living being. Person who has done so much for the nation, he did not go to the electric department saying that, please give me electric. The nation will do for me. That's why Arjuna, Tashmad asakta satatam karyam karma samacharam asakta hi acharan karma param apnoti purushaha. Therefore, try to upgrade. And you do activity, but don't be attached to the fruits of the activity. One should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains supreme. When we work selflessly, the nation recognizes similar supreme personality of Godhead recognizes such worth. For a person is working in bank, he is working as a cashier. Money comes, he puts it in the bank, and somebody asking for money, he gives the money. He is doing his act selflessly, but he's he is not. He's doing his activity. He's not bound. But if he takes some money from the bank and goes home without being authorized, immediately the cashier will be under observation, will be under the uh, uh, stringent uh, uh, law, and he will be behind the bar also. So Krishna is encouraging Arjuna. People in this world want to enjoy life, but Arjuna, you be among the people, and you with your wonderful inspiration, uh, you set a wonderful example, you become that idol, you bring the inspiration to bring the transformation. People have that information, what is good, what is bad, but still they have the urge to do things and not sacrifice. So you be that inspiration and gradually upgrade the consciousness of the people. Oh Krishna, please tell me, if there are there people who have really purified their heart and still they set a good example in the society. Yes, Arjuna, yes. King Janaka in Treta Yuga, his heart was pure. He can go to the jungle, forest, but he was staying in Nepal, in Sitamadi, in a Janakpur, and he was getting up early for Mangal Aarti. And seeing him, everybody was so inspired. Everybody in Sitamani and Janakpur was getting up for Mangal Aarti, doing 16 rounds of japa and doing Tulsi Parikrama, and they were so happy. Karma ne eva hi samsiddhim astita janaka adaya loka sangrama evapi samapashyan kartum arhasi. Gradually, the people of Janakpur, they all become exalted Vaishnavas and they become Mahatma. Arjuna, if you come for Mangalarti every day, the whole of Hastinapur, the whole of Bharat, forget, even the demigods will come for Mangalarti, and the whole creation will practice Krishna consciousness, and following you, everybody will become a great Vaishnavas, and Dharma will be established. So you do the needful. You become the inspiration to bring the transformation. Everybody has got the information. Smoking cigarette is injurious to health. But be the inspiration of being a pure person. Yadyadacharti shreshtas tattat eva itara janasa yat pramana kurte lokastad anvartate. People in general are less intelligent. They just observe and do things. A small boy, he will get up early if he sees his father getting up early. A small boy will smoke cigarette because his father because he's just doing what his father is doing. But if his father is getting up early, he will also get up early. If father is smoking cigarette, when his father goes out, he will also imitate his father and smoke cigarette, because for him his father is great. So whatever a great man performs, a common man follows. So whatever standard he sets, by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So Arjuna, you set up that people look up to you as a great idol. You are the man of Dwapar Yuga. If you get up early, others will. But if you smoke cigarette, everybody will smoke cigarette. And if you sleep till 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody will sleep till minimum till 9 o'clock in the morning, because they will follow. But if you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody will get up at 4 o'clock. And you set that example. People have information, but they don't have that inspiration. Name, for me also, Arjuna, there is no work to be done. But still, I get up every day at 4 o'clock in Dwarika. So the whole Dwarka Vasis, if I don't get up, then whole Dwarka will also be sleeping. Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam varta eva karmani. There is no work prescribed for me within the three planetary system, nor am I in want of anything, nor I have a need to obtain anything. Yet I am engaged in prescribed duty. Krishna gets up every morning and gives donation to Brahmanas. If I don't do that, yadi hi aham na vartayam jatu karmani atindrita mama vartmanu artante manisha partha sarvasa. For me, if I fail to engage, perform the prescribed duties, O Partha, certainly all men will also sleep till 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and dharma will be destroyed. Utsiddhirmime loka na kuryan karma ched aham sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyam ima praja. And if I don't do the prescribed duties, everybody, dharma will be ruined, and I will be the cause of uh, 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 degrading the standards of religiosity. And when the standards of religiosity is degraded, irreligiosity increases, and unscrupulous men will speak few sweet words to children and women, and destroy their purity and chastity, and unwanted population will be produced, and thereby destroy the peace. And these unwanted children, they will have no culture, and the peace of the society will be destroyed. Oh Krishna, a person acts, but there is a person who is learned, he acts, and a person who is ignorant, he also acts. What is the difference? A person who acts, he is acting, and he is also also an inspiration, and cause of inspiration for others to do good things. Person who is ignorant, he does the wrong thing, and he is getting into bondage. A person who is in knowledge, he acts, and with this act, he is getting relief from bondage. But a person in ignorance is acting for his own self, and he is getting into bondage. Like the cashier who is learned, he will work for the bank. But a cashier who is not intelligent, he will take money from the bank, and he will be caught. He's under the bondage. So that's the difference. Like a soldier who is working for the authority, he is getting award, but he is going to home to fulfill, uh, to kill his neighbor. That is for his own self. He is under bondage. So act. So ignorant person is acting, but he is under bondage. A person with knowledge, he acts, and he is coming out of the bondage. Sakta karmani avidvamso yata kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvamso tata sakta chikitsu loka sangrama. Ignorant person does the duty with attachment, and he gets into bondage. And a learned person does the act, but he is free from bondage. Na buddhi vedam janayeta ajnanam karma sanginam joshayat sarva karmani vidvan yukta samacharam. So the ignorant person, you cannot give him sweet talks and motivational talks, but because his mind is contaminated, but be the inspiration to bring the transformation, because his mind is corrupted. Prakritikar kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasa ahankar vimud atma karta aham iti manyate. He thinks that he is working because a pure-hearted person. He knows that uh, uh, whatever he is doing, he is doing because by the mercy of the Supreme Person. If he's able to speak, if he's able to talk, if he's able to see, if he's able to hear, if he's able to breathe, if he's able to walk, it is because of the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If he understands, if somebody is studying, that means he the mode of goodness is making him study. If somebody is running around for money, the mode of passion is making him run for money. And if somebody is sleeping, and uh, that is the mode of ignorance, is making the one sleep. So he knows that the mode is, the three modes of material nature is making people work. But a fool who is ignorant, he thinks that I have worked hard, and I have collected, I have become a billionaire and trillionaire, and I made such money. I have worked hard. No, but a learned person knows, no, it was the passion which was created by Rajaguna that made him work and he got so much money. So, in this way, if somebody think that I have broken the uh, uh, twin tower, it was not because he was into the mode of madness. That's why he was into that kind of act. Ahankar Vimudatma Kartam. He says, I have done. Like a small boy, he is uh, is pushing a train and the train starts moving. And he says, Mama, Mama, I have pushed the train and the train is moving. The people who are observing, they will smile and say, this boy is little not so is little foolish because the train is not moving because he is pushing. The train is moving because the engine has started just now. But the boy is happy. I have done it. I have done it. Similarly, he thinks that I am a crorepati. I've got a first class first and PhD, and I am now got a doctorate. I am now and got a post graduation. No, no, you are forced by the mode of goodness. So, a intelligent person, a Jnani knows that he is not doing anything. It is done by the modes of the material nature. That's why be intelligent, Arjuna. Tatavetu mahabhavo gunakarma vibhagayo gunaguneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. So, an intelligent person knows that, uh, a learned person knows that the modes makes people work. Prakriti guna sama guna sammudah sajante guna karmashu tan akrishna vido mandan krishna vina vichalayate. And the ignorant person is bewildered by the modes of material nature and he thinks that he is working. But the wise do not unsettle them, but they gradually, because it is Chanakya Pandit says, don't give advice to fools because they will not understand, but be a source of inspiration and gradually upgrade them. Mai sarvani karmani sannyasya atma chetasa nirasi nirmama bhutva yutsva vigata jvara. So therefore, Arjuna, you follow the instructions of the spiritual master and give the result of the work to the Supreme Personality of Godhead without desires for profit, no claims to proprietorship, free from lethargy, fight. Work is not cause of bondage. The asakti, what do you call asakti in English, Prabhu? That attachment to the food is the cause of bondage. Work is not cause of bondage. That attachment is cause of bondage. So work. Eme matam idam nityam anutistanti manava shraddhavanto anashuyante muchanti te api karma bhi. So those persons who work without attachment as a duty to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and follow the teachings without envy, they gradually become free from bondage, upgrade their consciousness, and they will become a pure devotee of the Lord. Ye tav, like Yayati Maharaj, etav etad abhyasum yatto nanutistanti me matam sarvajnana vimudam stan vidinastan achetasa. But those who are not intelligent, those who are ignorant, full of envy, they don't understand the teachings of the Vedas and do not follow the instructions. They are bereft of knowledge, they are befooled, and they every endurance of them is just a waste. Their stay in this human body is of no use. Sadrisham chestate swasya prakriti jnanavan api prakriti yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishati. So Arjuna set a wonderful example. People have enough information Today, people have information, but they don't have the inspiration to bring that transformation. So instead of giving, instead of telling people what to do, what not to do, you do what has to be done. People will imitate you, and gradually you will be helping them to upgrade. Even a man of knowledge knows smoking cigarette is bad, but he does not have inspiration to give up that smoking. So, what can repression accomplish? The senses is dragging him. He knows that it is not to be done. Indriya, yes, Indriya, yes, arte, ragadesha, vyavastito, tayorna vasam agachet, tahi asya paripanti. No, what is correct, what is wrong, everybody knows. But smoking cigarette is bad. But still, when it comes to real life, the senses drag to do the wrong thing. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion because they are the stumbling block for sense gratification. So in this way, Krishna is telling Arjuna, you try to be the set a model in which people start imitating you and gradually help them upgrading them. Can I give up this? Then Arjuna still is saying, so can I give up the Kshatriya Dharma of killing my teacher and grandfather and become a Brahmana? I'll peacefully read books. No, Krishna says no. Shreyan Swadharma Bhikano Paradharma Swa Anustitan Swadharme Nidanam Shreya Paradharmo Abhyaha. Suppose one has learnt engineering and suddenly he says that no, by I'm not happy with his engineer for say for 50 years, and suddenly he says that no, I want to become a doctor, I will own a clinic. No, it's not good. He will not be doing a good thing as a doctor also. So Krishna says that don't change your, you know, dharma. Do whatever you're doing, and that will help you to become a better person, upgrade your own self. Okay. So now Krishna, Arjuna is asking a very important question. He's asking, everybody knows what is correct and what is wrong. Still, why people are forced to do what is wrong? Arjuna vacha atakena paryokta ayam papa charti pursha anichena pi vashneya baladeva niyujita. For descendant of Vrishni. By what is one impelled to do sinful act, even unwillingly, as if engaged by a force? I know smoking cigarette is bad for health and I don't want to smoke. But when I come to the college and walking with my friends, I say no. But gradually the mind says yes, and I start smoking. What is it that is dragging me to do the wrong thing? Krishna is answering this question and is saying, yes, Arjuna, I will tell you what it is. Sri Bhagavana Vacha. Again, Vyas Muni says Sri Bhagwan. Sri means beautiful, Bhagwan means the most important person, and he's saying something which is very important and beautiful to us. That means Vyas Muni expects us to pay full attention. Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajaguna Samudbhava, Mahashano, Mahapapma, Vidhi Inam, Vairinam. It is lust, Arjuna, which is born out of contact with the material mode of passion, and it turns into anger. That is our greatest, all devouring, sinful enemy. So, Krishna is telling Arjuna who is our real enemy. It is lust and anger. Krishna is saying, Kam Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajaguna Samudva. Krishna did not say, Pakistan Esha, China Esha, militant Samudbhava, Mahashano Mahapapma Vidhi Inam, Vairinam. So, it's lust, Arjuna, which is born out of contact with mode of passion, material mode of passion. He is our all-during sinful enemy. And where is the enemy? The enemy is not outside, the enemy is inside. Arjuna was thinking he is Pandava. Krishna said, you are not Pandava, you are soul. And Arjuna said that Kaurava is my enemy. That is first chapter. But Krishna is telling in this third chapter, our real enemy is lust. It is not outside, it is inside. And the lust is there in all the living entity in this material world. Where are they? They are in the sense, they are in the mind, they are in the intelligence. They are the three places where the enemy is sitting. They are not sitting in uh, uh, they are not sitting in Palestine, or they are not sitting in Israel. They are not sitting in Pakistan or India. It is they are sitting in the mind. Everybody is having the enemy to different extent. धूमेन वृत्ते वाणी यतो दृश्यो मलिन च यतो लभेन वृतो गर्भ तथा तेन dam avritam. The human being, they have lust to less extent. The animals are having covered by lust with a higher degree, and the plants are covered to a higher degree. Like the fire is covered by the smoke. We can blow little wind, the smoke may go. So similarly, human being have as lust, but by little blow of spiritual practice, the lust can be removed. But the animals, they also have lust, but it is as if the mirror which is covered by dust. We we may blow wind, but that is not enough to remove the dust in the mirror. We have to we have to take a duster and apply little more power, then the dust in the mirror will go. Yeah. Similarly, animals have lust, and it is we have to put more effort to remove that lust. The plants also have lust, but it is so much that they are in so much ignorance that it's very difficult for them uh, that we can remove the remove with the wind we can remove the smoke, with little power we can remove the dust in the mirror. But the plants also have lust, but it is compared to a lady who is pregnant, and in the womb there is, in the womb there is in the womb the child is there, but the child, you know but from outside we don't know the child is moving or not moving. So the lust factor in human being is less. Little bit of practice of Krishna consciousness, we can overcome the lust. Avrite jnanam etena jnanina nitya vairina kamarupena konteya dush purena analin evacha. And this lust covers our pure consciousness, and this lust is never satisfied. If we do what the mind wants to say, I will see this movie, then that movie, then that movie. The mind will say, keep on seeing movie. We cannot say, tomorrow I will study, today I will see the movie. Then the mind will say, no, we will see another movie, then another movie. Lust is never satisfied. Lust is like a fire. And if we put little, try to satisfy the lust, it is like putting ghee, butter to the fire. When we put butter to the fire subsides for some time. Oh, I've seen that movie. I've done right. So tomorrow I will see. But in the night again, the mind will say, but the butter will melt and the fire again will get ignited. And after 4 hours, we say, no, I want to see another movie. There was a philosopher, he was saying that Sambhog se samadhi tak. He said that from sex to sex to samadhi. So he became very popular in America. But if one indulges in such lusty activity, one may be peaceful for some time. But the mind will say more the next day and the next day, more, more, more. So the best thing is keep the object of the senses away from the object of senses. For example, a person who is taking drugs, if his hands and legs are tied and the drugs are kept away, he will gradually stop taking drugs. If a person is kept in a protected environment, gradually his craving for the drugs is reduced. Indriyani mano buddhir asyadhistanam uchyate ete vimohityati esha jnanam avrite dehinam. The senses, the mind, the intelligence are the place of the enemy called lust. Thus, the lust covers the real intelligence of the living entity. Tashmatvam indriyani ado niyama bharata rishab papanam prajahi enam jnana vijnana nashanam. And the lust actually destroys the knowledge of the people. Evam indrani parani ahur indriyabhyu param mana manasatu para buddhir yo buddhi parastu saha. Actually, the super soul gives power to the soul, and the soul gives power to the intelligent. Intelligence is powerful than the mind, but the mind is more powerful than the senses. So, but that is if a person intelligence is connected to the soul is connected to the super soul. If the soul is not connected to the super soul, the soul is dragged by the intelligence, and the intelligence is dragged by the mind. The mind, corrupted mind is dragged by the corrupted senses, and the corrupted senses is dragged by the corrupted sense object. When the tongue, when the eye sees some beautiful figure, the corrupted eyes will run towards the that illicit movie, and along with that, the mind will also go, and the intelligence will also go. That is because the soul is not connected to the super soul. But when the soul is connected to the super soul will give power to the soul, and soul becomes powerful, and soul will give power to the intelligence, and the intelligence will control the corrupted mind, and the mind becomes purified. The purified mind then will control the senses, and senses will become purified, and the objects may be corrupted, but the senses will now not go towards the objects. So, in this way, one should practice Krishna consciousness in the beginning, keep the eyes, ears, our own self in a protected environment away from the sense object. Evam buddhe param buddhaha samsta abhya atmana jahi shatrun mahabhava kama rupam durashadam. Understanding that we are spiritual entity transcendental to material senses, mind, and intelligence, O mighty armed Arjuna, one should study the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence, that is Krishna consciousness, and thus gain spiritual strength, conquer the insatiable enemy called as lust. So, by this divine knowledge, one can conquer the enemy called as lust, destroy the enemy called as lust. And what is this divine knowledge? The history of divine knowledge will be told in chapter 4. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna, our real enemy is lust, not Pakistan or China. China Asia, Pakistan Asia, Militancy, Samudbhava, Mahashano Mahapatma. If we think that they are our enemy, they are our enemy, actually, we are in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We will be disturbed. So, the Krishna is telling Arjuna, be the source of inspiration, be the source of inspiration. People in general are ignorant. If they will do what you do, so you become the inspiration. They have the information, but they don't have the strength to bring out the transformation. So be the inspiration to bring out the transformation. So don't go to the forest. If you go to the forest, people will also follow you to the forest. You may become a sadhu, but others may not become a sadhu. They will start smoking cigarette, and they may think about smoking cigarette or going to uh, they will feel like drinking tea. So you will be the cause of misguiding them. So rather, you act like a common man, be at home, get up for Mangalarti, and then go for your work. People will also get up for Mangalarti, go for work. Gradually, they will see you are serving Vaishnavas. They will also serve Vaishnava, and they will get blessings. Their mind will become pure, and they will upgrade their consciousness. And like Ayati Maharaj, they will also become Paramhansa. So you be the source of inspiration to all the common people. So do as I say. Hare Krishna. So in this way, Arjuna, Krishna is telling Arjuna that you should not go to forest and become a sannyasi because your mind is not purified. Rather, you work from be like a common man, be a source of inspiration to bring the transformation. Hare Krishna. So, any question at this stage? How do we stop that? God.